Welcome to the 2021 Golf Summer Series Spring Showdown here at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Tonight, 15 of the best drivers from the Winter and Summer Series prepare to face off in this all-nothing exhibition race. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Josh, your commentator for this race. And when the schedule was revealed a few months ago, there was a lot of excitement and talk for this race and track. And this race and for tonight's race should give us a good idea on what this 2021 Summer Series season is going to be about. And this old track surface here at Auto Club should also be a great test for the new Firestone tires that of course replace Goodyear during the off-season. Without further ado, let's take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's race. So on the pole we have Reim, you won it from Toronto last year in the Summer Series, and Matteillo, one of the few drivers who has won in both the Summer and Winter Street Stocks. Row 2, David Johnson, who won it from the I-70 race in the Winter Street Stocks, and the inaugural Winter Street Stocks winner from Bowman Gray, Devin Payment. Row 3, you won it from Dodge Motordrome last year, Dan McTrain, and Random J, you won it from Chicagoland last year in the GSS. Row 4, your inaugural Summer Series winner from Armor Digital last year, Richard Herman, and Johnny Hernandez. Row 5, Southern 500 winner Hoodlum and another driver who's won in both series, Braden Carruthers. Row 6, Trey Smith, another driver who's won in both series, and Nathan Baird in a one-off race for Spina Bifida Racing. Row 7, Keyshawn Richardson has also won 2 times in the Summer Series, and defending series champion Kellen Baker. And starting last is your defending Winter Street Stocks champion in Ryan Wilson in the 7 car. And now it is time for the starting command here at Auto Club.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let's take a look at the track info here for tonight's race. So we're going to go 22 laps on this 2-mile long D-shaped oval with 14 degrees of banking in the turns. And as for weather here in Southern California, 55 degrees Fahrenheit with 11 mph towards the west. This track is of course very similar to Texas World and Denver, 2 tracks that are returning to the Summer Series schedule this year, with Texas World being next month as for race number 3, and Denver being race number 22, the semifinal race in September. So I would imagine a lot of these teams are saving these cars right now for both those races. We also, of course, have a new pace car for this season, the Chevy Corvette C7, painted in the new Summer Series livery and colors. So for really cool to see. So here we go, pace car down pit road. Fans on their feet here in Southern California, as the 2021 Summer Series Spring Showdown is under green. And what a great start there for the 40 of Reim, going into turns 1 and 2. He pulls away from Matteillo. Reim was, of course, the number 22 last year in the Summer Series, but now that team is rebranded to the number 40 car. Same can also be said for Matteillo, who's now the number 14, as the number 17 got taken by Joe T. Going into the front stretch, Reim is going to lead lap number 1 of 22 here in the 2021 Spring Showdown, with Matteillo and Devin Payment in the 88 car right behind him. Already 3 wide for third with David Johnson in the middle there. Down the backstretch, Devin Payment tucks into third as now David Johnson side by side with Johnny Hernandez. And again, just see how bumpy this track is. Probably the oldest track surface on the Summer Series schedule if you count this track as part of the rest of the schedule. As Reim leads lap number 2 of 22. Going into turn number 1 again, but once again 3 wide for third. This time Dan McTrain on the inside lane, which we can currently see advantage over David Johnson. as the two will tuck into third there, as McTrain's still side by side with Devin Payment. There's Random J102 Pontiacs currently in the field, new to the Summer Series this year, with the other being his teammate Keyshawn Richardson. Three wide once again. Hoodlum in the 3 car in the wall there, with new sponsor Budweiser, as he's stuck in the outside there. 3 wide once again with Keyshawn Richardson and Ryan Wilson now. Got a battle for the lead now. Dana Matteillo in the 14 car. Side by side with Brad and Reim. Looks like he'll clear him off turn number 2, going into turn number 2. McTrain trying to clear Hernandez there, but there was not enough room for that to work there. Let's go on board with Brad and Reim here. Right behind Dana Matteillo right there in his back bumper. As he now looks to the inside, going into turn number 4 now. Going into turns 1 and 2, these two are still side by side with the lead. Brad Reim currently with the advantage. Going into turn number 2 and in the backstretch once again. There's Random J there on the inside, losing ground. As he's 4 wide now with Brendan Carruthers, Wilson, and Herman on the inside there. Richard Herman still rocking a Chevy for this race. He will be switching to Dodge in the regular season. But the team did not want to use up all their Dodges for this race, so they're going to use this Chevy they had from last year. Up front, Matteillo and Reim still side by side. With Matteillo at that time with the advantage. Lap number 6 of 22 this time by. Random and Wilson trying to form a line on the inside, with Herman, Hoodlum, and Baker falling behind as well. Herman still behind Wilson there, going into turn number 3. As he's side by side with Trey Smith now in the 66. There's Keyshawn Richardson, another one of the Pontiacs we have in the field. And that fantastic looking tribute to the late Kobe and Gigi Bryant. Of course, Kobe played for the Los Angeles Lakers throughout his entire NBA career, which isn't too far away from Fontana. Defending series champion Kellen Baker for a new look and font for that 21 card this year. Meanwhile, currently it's a 4-car breakaway with Brad Reim stuck up high as Devin Payment got passed by him for 3rd. Dan Matteillo still with the lead with Dan McTrain now going for 2nd. Devin Payment going to make it 3 wide going into turn number 3. Looks like he will. McTrain currently in the middle. Devin currently on the inside. Looks like he will get the advantage over the 37. No, 37 still with the advantage. Coming off turn number 4, he will clear the 40 car, but he's still side by side with the 88. On board with Random J here. Trying to get to the inside lane, trying to pass Bradley Reim there, but looks like he'll come to block the 53 there. And now here comes McTrain on the outside of Random, as Random will tuck into 5th. Dan Matteillo comes back to the start-finish line and will lead lap number 8 of 22. He has so far led the most laps here tonight. As we're 4 wide again going into turn number 1 there. This time Trey Smith in the 66 up high as Richard Herman nearly door slams Hoodlum there going into turn number 2. That was very scary for the 3 car. Trey Smith, of course, won the Sonoma race last year in the Summer Series, as well as 2 races in the Winter Street Stocks. As Hoodlum in the 3 car get passed by the 66. As Brad Reim gets in the wall there, Hoodlum's going to make it almost 5 wide there, coming down the start-finish line. Going into turn number 1 was still 4 wide, with Hoodlum on the inside there. Random J currently in the middle next to David Johnson there. Those two nearly touch coming off turn number 2. Down the backstretch to 53 and 3, lay back a little bit as the 4 and 2 now side by side. Ryan Wilson stuck up on the outside there behind Keyshawn, in front of Keyshawn Richardson. Bradley Reim still stuck on the outside of the track, losing a lot of ground to the rest of the field as we're 4 wide once again coming down the front stretch. There was Nathan Baird there in the 8 car, as I mentioned, doing a one-off for Spawn and Biffa Racing. as he was a two-time winner in the Summer Series, also finished inside the top 5 in points in the Winter Street Stocks. Nathan Baird set to join Random J as co-owner of the newly renamed Atlanta Indy Motorsports. Our rookie Reim is set to drive the 8 car for Spotted for this year. And there's Keisha Harrison there in the 24. Behind him is Keisha Harrison in the 24, who's currently scored in the 15th and last position in this race. Bradford Reim in the middle now. He's currently 3 wide with Johnny Hernandez and Baker with Baird right behind. This time by come to the halfway point in this race, lap number 12 of 22. There's Johnny Hernandez there in the 46. Also finished inside the top 5 in both series last season. Meanwhile, up front, Devin Payment side by side with Dan Matteillo for the lead. Looks like Matteillo will clear the 88. As now Devin side by side with McTrain and Carr, and our Brittany Carruthers there. McTrain and Matteillo to the inside now. Looks like McTrain's got a run on the 14 car. Off of turn number 4, really clearing for the lead. Looks like this time by Dan McTrain to lead this lap. Lap number 13 to 22. 10 laps to go here in the Spring Showdown here at Auto Club. Question is, will he clear the 17? Looks like he will, going into turn number 1 with Devin Payment right behind him. Now, Payment side by side with Matteillo for second. Down the back straightaway, Payment still side by side with Matteillo. As Carruthers going to make a 3 wide. It looks like he will, going into turn number 3. With the 4 car on the inside there. As we come to lap number 14 of 22, for the first time this year, we're going to go Golf Summer Series, crank it up. Lap number 16 at 22. 7 laps to go here at Auto Club in the Spring Showdown. As Devin Payment side by side with Dan Matteillo for second place. Currently Dan McTrain still with the lead in the 37 for the brand new RC Motorsports team. Random J hits the wall there a little bit. Lap number 17 at 22. 6 laps to go this time by. Devin Payment still stuck on the inside, side by side now with Trey Smith as the field is 3 wide behind him. Trey Payment will clear the 66 for third, with David John, actually no, 66 still on the inside, outside of him, side by side. There's David Johnson there, currently in the 5th position with Random J right behind him and Brittany Carruthers. Kellen Baker currently in front of Hoodlum. As we're 3 wide behind him, Hoodlum once again stuck on the outside. He's been stuck on the outside for almost his entire race. It's gonna look like he missed the wall there of his teammate and father, Johnny Hernandez. So on the inside there are 3 wide of Baird and Baker there. And there's Bradford Reim, your pole sitter for this race. All the way down to 13th position. Lost a lot of spots after being stuck on the inside lane for the longest time. And currently last is Ryan Wilson, your Winter Street Stocks champion. Battle here for 6th with Brady Carruthers and Random J. Carruthers currently with the advantage. Random on the inside though, trying to get that spot back. Richard Herman behind these two. Looks like Random will get his 6th position spot back. As we hit lap number 19 to 22, only 4 laps to go here in the Spring Showdown. Here comes Trey Smith for 2nd. Side by side with Matteillo going into turn number 1. And these two battling side by side. This is not going to do him any favors to win this race. It's just going to allow McTrain to pull away. Payment tucks in behind Matteillo. He's now side by side with Trey Smith. Payment way up high on the racetrack there. As the 66 will clear him off turn number 4. 3 laps to go here in the Spring Showdown. And if I was anyone inside the top 5 right now, I would not be focusing on battling for positions and instead just focus on catching up to that 37. Because right now, every time these guys keep battling for positions, it's going to allow McTrain to pull away. And with only 3 laps to go, you only have so much time to catch up and make your move. On board with Dan Matteillo now. Trying to get McTrain's draft here. Off turn number 4 here. We come to 2 laps to go. Time is running out for one of these drivers to make their move here for the win. Almost 3 wide there for 4th between Trey Smith, Johnson, and Crothers there. That's basically losing their chances at winning this race. Down the backstretch, Matteillo currently less than 2/10 per second behind McTrain. Is that going to be enough to catch him, possibly make his move on the final lap? Now for turn number 4, this time by the white flags in the air for Dan McTrain here at Auto Club. 1 lap to go here in the Spring Showdown. Can Matteillo catch up and make his move in time? Into turns 1 and 2, the top 3 curling a single file line towards the middle of the racetrack. Down the backstretch for the final time, half a lap to go here in the Spring Showdown. Can Matteillo make his move here going into turn number 3? Looks like he won't have enough time. They're going to run off to 37 there. New team, no problem. Dan McTrain comes off turn number 4 and we'll see the checkered flag. He wins the Spring Showdown here at Auto Club. Congratulations to Dan McTrain and RC Motorsports. There are your 2021 Spring Showdown winners. Definitely pretty cool to see a brand new team winning their first ever race. But anyways, let's take a look at the complete finishing results for tonight's race. So here we go. Dan McTrain finishes first. He had the most laps tonight of 11 laps. And this was also Dan McTrain's first start in a Random J series since the inaugural Winter Street Stocks race back in December. Finishing second is Dan Matteillo in the 14, who had 6 laps in the night's race. Trey Smith finishes third, highest finishing forward of the night's race. Finishing 4th is Devin Payment, the highest finishing Spine and Biffa driver here tonight. And rounding off the top 5 is David Johnson, the 2 car. Pretty decent run for him tonight. Random J finishes 6th, the highest of the Pontiacs here in the Spring Showdown. Finishing 7th is Braden Crothers in the 4. Finishing 8th is defending series champion Kellen Baker in the 21. Finishing 9th is Nathan Baird in his one-off start for Spine and Biffa Racing. And rounding off the top 10 is Hodom in the 3 car. We got the last of the drivers here. Richard Herman finishes 11th. And possibly his final race for Chevy before switching to Dodge in the main season. Johnny Hernandez behind him in 12th. Bradley Reim, the pole sitter, who had 5 laps in tonight's event, fell all the way back to 13th. After again being stuck in the outside lane for basically the longest time. Winter Street Stocks champion Ryan Wilson in 14th. And rounding off the rest of the field in 15th is Keyshawn Richardson in the 24 car. And of course, since tonight was an exhibition race, there'll be no points awarded here. So next up is opening night at Armory Digital for the Costco 400 benefiting Mental Health America. That'll be on the channel May 9th at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. Definitely a race you do not want to miss after last year's fantastic finish between Richard Herman and Aiden Thomas. Hopefully we can see a repeat of that. But as always, y'all, thank you guys for watching this race. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in May.